led by Nairobi with about 2.5. We know that in line with SDGs, street lighting is a program that has been put in place. And this street lighting, some governors have now opting to go to solar power. We know solar power is not available at night, so you'll find that it is not available. Having said that, I would want to thank EPLA because they've come with a set of regulations, and we are looking at now operationalizing them. We are going through them. One of them being the bulk and supply and open access regulation of 2024. This is an effort to liberate market in a way that you can be able to generate your power and more so renewable power and sell it with, of course, undertaking with the Kenya Power. Having said that, we know that there is also a very, very big potential. And I want to thank the Minister because the extension and the development of new infrastructures will allow even the Kenyan region, the Kenyan market, to access regional auctions. And the futuristic approach would be to access auctions in other regions so that whenever you have more power, because we know that power is supplied as is generated, and whether you take it or you don't, you might have to pay for it. Therefore, having infrastructure that can be able to get this power to other regional areas, you can be able to access auction markets, and that would also be able to mitigate the cost of power. Okay. Again, look, developing the lines, transmission lines, you can also introduce, and we've seen that it's happening, the fiber optic cables. Instead of doing them, the trenching, you do them along the power lines, and this would be also an additional generation of resources, which also will allow them to be able to man their command centers or their control centers. Okay. This is also an added advantage to us because, or to Kenya Power, because they'll also be able to use that infrastructure generated additional revenue that will ensure cost of power goes down. Yes. Having said that, we need also to look at now the gaps, because this is a quite dynamic area that we're moving into, and we have to keep on looking at what we can do to ensure that we put regulations in place so that we do not work in a lacuna. Okay.
Naam, kimpango umelaumu serikali za kaunti kwamba zinalegea katika kusupport ile Kenya Power. Nafikiri ni muhimu tutaje kwamba governor wa Kiambu ambaye ni wa Matangi tulikuwa tumemwalika hii leo katika haya majadiliano, na akathibitisha kwamba atakuja, manake ndio mwenyekiti wa ile kamati ya magavana inayosimamia masuala ya kawi, lakini bahati mbaya hakuweza kufika.
And the governor of Kiambu owes Kenya Power, if I'm not wrong, 1.6 billion. He's among the biggest, read by Nairobi, and of course everybody a bit.
Kwa hivyo ingefaa sana akuwe hapa leo ili pia ajibu haya maswali.
But also, Christian, before you maybe you pass over to your colleague, it is also important to know that in the last regime, we had a moratorium that was put in place for the PPPs, and then after it was lifted by the executive. Now, the National Assembly came and imposed